A good Erev Shabbos to all. Hope you are doing well. Hope you're taking care of yourselves. Tomorrow, Parashat Vaikra. We're reading it at home, but there's also an Haftorah, and I would like to read the first two verses of tomorrow's Haftorah. It's from the book of Yeshayahu, and the prophet tells us, in the name of the Almighty, Amzu Yatzarti Li, that I fashioned this people for myself. What's the goal of these people? What's the goal of the Jewish nation? Tehilati Yisaperu, to go ahead and declare the praise of God. That's our goal. But then the prophet notes that unfortunately we're not doing such a great job, because veloti karata Yaakov, unfortunately you did not call me as you should. And then, and these are the words we're going to focus on, ki yagata bi Israel. Yisrael yagata bi. The word yagia is like a burden. And it appears that the prophet is telling us that when Judaism seems to us like a burden, we're not doing good. We have to feel it's a privilege. There's a metaphor, or perhaps a parable, by the Maggid of Duvna. And he shares the following story. We're going to enhance it and make it into a 21st century story. You imagine you arrive in a hotel, and you're given a room on the 4th floor. The elevator's not working, so you don't want to schlep up your luggage, so the porter does it for you. So you run up the stairs, reach your 4th floor room, and the porter is taking his time because he's schlepping the luggage, and every step is not easy for him. Eventually, when the porter comes into the room and he's sweating there, and he brings the luggage in, so you say to him, this is not my luggage. My luggage is very, very light. If it's a big schlep, it's not my luggage. You've got someone else's luggage by mistake. And so too, says the Maggid, that if we feel that Judaism is a burden, it's a pain, so difficult to go ahead and do everything, it's not what our Judaism should be about. We should feel it's a privilege. And by the way, if sometimes preparing for Pesach seems to overwhelm, which it does at times, remember it's a mitzvah to cut back. There are things that are unnecessary. When we do all the spring cleaning, that's not necessary. The cleaning that just burdens and ruins Yontiv, that's not what it's about. We're supposed to feel it's a privilege and it's an honor. This year we're going to be doing things in a different way. Less of the customs and practices due to the reality. A lot of discussion when it comes to Tvilat Kelim or Biur Chametz. It's not going to be done the way we do it every other year. But we have to remember that to God Almighty, when we do it with all the difficulty, it's far more beloved and great. In Parashat Vaikra, we are told when a person brings a meal offering, how it should be done. And when the Torah introduces the meal offering that's brought voluntarily, the Torah uses the word v'nefesh, a soul that does not appear by other gifts. And our tradition tells us, you want to know who brings the meal offering, the one who cannot afford anything else. But when you do something, even though it's less, but you do it due to circumstances and you give everything to it, that's beloved to God Almighty. And I have no doubt that to God Almighty, our Pesach preparations this year and our Seder, with all the challenges, is far greater than any other year, even if we're much more machmer in other years, and even if we go ahead and perhaps have to rely on leniencies. This is the Pesach that God Almighty wants from us. And we're going to do it and feel that it's a privilege and an honor, do it with appreciation for what we are about and for the contribution we are making to the world. I wish everyone a Shabbat Shalom. Not easy times. We continue with our prayers. We continue that there should be a refuah shalema to all those who need it. But at the same time, do our part with faith that Bezrat Hashem, better days are waiting for us. When we get over this, we're going to be better. A better nation. We're going to appreciate what we have and merit only good. Shabbat, Shalom, Vorach.